Om Shanti. 30th January 2021 Baapdada Murli. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, your pilgrimage of remembrance is very incognito. You children are now on the pilgrimage to the land of liberation. Question: what effort must you make in order to become a resident of the subtle region from a resident of the corporeal world? Answer: in order to become an angel of the subtle region, sacrifice your every bone in spiritual service. You cannot become an angel without sacrificing your bones, because angels have no flesh or bones. You have to use all your bones for this unlimited service, just as Dadichi Rishi did, for only then will you become subtle from corporeal. Song: have patience, O mind, your days of happiness are about to come. Om Shanti. You children received a signal from this song to have patience. You children know that you are making effort on the basis of Srimad. You also know that you are on this incognito pilgrimage of remembrance. Other pilgrimages have to end at their own time. The main thing about this pilgrimage is that no one apart from you knows about it. You definitely have to go on this pilgrimage, and you also need to have the guide. You have been called the Pandava army. You are now on a pilgrimage. It is not a question of a physical war. Everything here is incognito. This pilgrimage too is very incognito. In the scriptures it says, the Father speaks, remember me and you will attain me. This too is a pilgrimage, is it not? The Father tells you the essence of all the scriptures. He puts all of this into action in a practical way. We souls have to go on a pilgrimage to our land of nirvana. If you think about it, you can understand it. This is a true pilgrimage to the land of liberation. Everyone wants to go to the land of liberation. Someone has to show them the land of liberation in order for them to go on this pilgrimage. But the Father only comes at His own time by Himself. No one knows what time that is. When the Father comes and explains, you children have the faith that this really is the true pilgrimage that has been remembered. God taught us this pilgrimage, Manmana Bhava Madhyajiv Bhava. These terms are very useful for you. The only mistake made was about who spoke them. He says, forget your body and all bodily relations. This one, Brahma Baba, also has a body. It is someone else who doesn't have a body of his own, who also explains to this one. That Father is without an image, Vichitra. He does not have an image of his own. Everyone else has an image, Chitra. The whole world is a gallery, a place where those with an image reside. This human form is made up of one without an image and the image itself, that is, the non-living body and the soul. That Father is without an image. He explains that he has to take the support of this image, body. It is written in the scriptures that God spoke this when the Mahabharata war took place. He taught Raj Yoga, and the kingdom was definitely established. There is no kingdom now. God taught Raj Yoga for the new world because destruction was just ahead. It is explained that it happened like that when heaven was being established. that kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan was established. It is now in your intellects that there was then the golden age, and that it is now the iron age. The Father is now explaining the same thing. No one else can say that he has come from the Supreme Abode to take you back. Only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can say this through Brahma. He cannot say this through anyone else. In the subtle region, there are just Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. It is also explained about Brahma that one is the subtle Brahma, and that this one is the corporeal Brahma. You are now becoming angels. Angels don't exist in the corporeal world. Angels don't have bodies of flesh and bones. Here, you sacrifice all your bones, etc. in this spiritual service, and you then become angels. At the moment you have bones, it is written that someone even gave his bones in service, which means that you finish your bones. From the residents of the corporeal world, you have to become residents of the subtle region. We give our bones here and then become subtle. You have to sacrifice everything for this service. While staying in remembrance, we will become angels. Death to the prey and joy for the hunter has also been remembered. Angels are called hunters. You can change from humans into angels. You cannot be called deities. Here, you have bodies. The explanation of the subtle region is given at this time. You stay in yoga and become angels. At the end, you will become angels. You will have visions of everything and also have happiness. Human beings will all become prey to death. Those among you who are Mahavirs will remain unshakable. So many other things will also continue to happen. The scenes of destruction have to take place. Arjun had a vision of destruction. This isn't a question of one Arjun. You children are given visions of destruction and establishment. First of all, Baba had a vision of destruction. At that time, he too had no knowledge at all. He saw that the world was being destroyed. Then he had a vision of the four-armed image, Vishnu. He began to understand that it was good because after destruction, we were to become the masters of the world. Therefore, he became happy. The world doesn't know that destruction is good. They make so many arrangements for peace, but destruction ultimately has to take place. They remember the purifier and ask him to come. So, the Father would definitely come. He would come and establish the pure world in which we will rule. This is good, is it not? Why do they remember the purifier? It is because they are unhappy. Deities exist in the pure world. They cannot set foot in the impure world. Therefore, the impure world definitely has to be destroyed. It is also remembered that a massive destruction took place. What happened after that? That was how the one religion was established, was it not? You study Raj Yoga here and then destruction takes place. Who will then remain in Bharat? Those who study Raj Yoga and give knowledge will remain. Everyone else has to be destroyed. There is no need to be afraid about this. People call out for the purifier to come. Therefore, they should be happy when he does come. The Father says, don't indulge in vice, conquer these vices, or give them as a donation and the eclipse will be removed. The eclipse over Bharat definitely has to be removed. You have to become beautiful from ugly. Pure deities used to live in the golden age. They must surely have become that here. You know that we are becoming voiceless by following Srimad. God speaks. This is incognito. By following Srimad, you attain the sovereignty. The Father says, you have to change from ordinary human beings into Narayan. You can receive the kingdom in a second. In the beginning, some daughters would go into trance and stay in heaven for 4 or 5 days. Shiv Baba used to come and give you children visions of heaven. The TTs used to come with so much pride and respect. Therefore, this touches the heart of you children, because it really is the Father who comes in an incognito way to explain to us. He comes in the body of Brahma. The body of Brahma must also exist here. Establishment takes place through Prajapita Brahma. Baba has explained that you should ask anyone who comes here. Who have you come to? To the Brahmakumaris. Acha, have you heard the name of Brahma before? Prajapita Brahma does exist, does he not? All of us now belong to him. We definitely belong to him before too. Establishment takes place through Brahma. Therefore, Brahmins are needed. To whom does the Father explain through Brahma? He doesn't explain to Shudras. These Brahmins are mouth-born creation. Shiv Baba has made us belong to him through Brahma. There are so many Brahmakumaris and Kumaris. There are so many centers. Brahmakumaris teach at all of them. Here, will receive the grandfather's inheritance. God speaks, I teach you Raja Yoga. Because he is incorporeal, he takes the support of this one's body and speaks knowledge to us. All are children of Prajapita Brahma. We are Prajapita Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. Shiv Baba is Dada, grandfather. He has adopted us. You know that we are studying from Dada through Brahma. This Lakshmi and Narayan are both the masters of heaven. Only the highest and high incorporeal one is God. You children must imbibe this very well. First of all, explain that you have two fathers on the path of devotion. In heaven, you have one Father. Why would you remember him after you have received the sovereignty from the Paralokik Father? There is no sorrow there that you would have to remember him. It is sung, O remover of sorrow, bestower of happiness. That refers to this time. Whatever becomes the past is remembered later. The praise is of just the one. That one Father comes and purifies the impure. Human beings don't understand this. They sit and write stories of the past. You now understand that the Father really did teach you Raj Yoga through which you received that sovereignty. You have been around the cycle of 84 and are now studying once again. You will then rule for 21 births. You will become deities like them. You became that in the previous cycle too. You understand that you have been around the whole cycle of 84 births. You are now going to go to the golden and silver ages again. This is why the Father asks, how many times have we met before? This is something practical, is it not? When new ones hear this, they can understand that there definitely is a cycle of 84 births. The cycle is only a full cycle for those who come at the beginning. Everything has to be calculated with the intellect. Baba, I have met you many times in this building while wearing this costume, and I will continue to meet you. You have continued to become pure from impure and impure from pure. It is impossible for anything to remain constantly new. Everything definitely becomes old. Everything has to go through the stages of Sato, Rajo and Tamo. You children now understand that the new world is coming. That is called heaven. This is hell. That is the pure world. Many people call out, O purifier, come and purify us. They call out because their sorrow is increasing. but they don't understand that they were worthy of worship and that they then become worshippers. We became worshippers in the Copper Age. Innumerable religions continue to come. We truly continue to become pure from impure and impure from pure. The play is based on Bharat. You children now have awareness and you now celebrate the birthday of Shiva. No one else even knows Shiva. We know him. He truly does teach us Raja Yoga. The establishment of heaven is taking place through Brahma. Those who study this yoga and carry out establishment will definitely claim their fortune of the kingdom. We say we really do study this Raj Yoga from the Father every cycle. Baba has explained that this cycle of 84 births is now coming to an end. We will then have to go around the new cycle. You have to understand this cycle. You can explain these things even if you don't have these pictures. These things are very simple. Bharat truly was heaven and it is now hell. It is just that those people believe that the Iron Age is still in its infancy. You say that this is the end of the Iron Age. The cycle is now coming to an end. The Father says, I have come to make the impure world pure. You know that we have to go to the pure world. You also understand the lands of liberation and liberation in life. The land of peace, the land of happiness, and the land of sorrow. However, if it is not in your fortune, the thought, why should I not go to the land of happiness, does not come. That land of peace truly is the home of us souls. Because souls don't have organs there, they don't say anything. Everyone receives peace there. In the golden age, there is just the one religion. This world drama is eternal and imperishable. It continues to turn. Souls are never destroyed. You all have to stay in the land of peace for a short time. This is something that has to be understood. The Iron Age is the land of sorrow. There are all the innumerable religions and there is so much upheaval. When it is the land of total sorrow, it is then that the Father comes. After the land of sorrow, it is a land full of happiness. We enter the land of happiness from the land of peace. That then becomes the land of sorrow. In the golden age, they are completely wiseless, whereas here they are completely vicious. This is very easy to explain. Courage is needed. You can go anywhere and explain to them. It is written that Hanuman would go to the spiritual gathering and sit at the back among the shoes. Those who are brave warriors will go anywhere and listen with diplomacy to what others say. You can change your dress and go anywhere to benefit them. Baba is also benefiting you in an incognito way. Whenever you receive an invitation from a temple or anywhere, you should go there and explain to them. Day by day, you are becoming cleverer. You have to give everyone the Father's introductions. You have to try this out. It has been remembered that the sannyasis and the kings came at the end. King Janak received liberation in life in a second. He then became Anujanak, one who will become the future Janak in the Silver Age. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and orphan children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Baapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children in return to the spiritual father says good morning, namaste, namaste, namaste. Essence for Dharana. Point number 1. In order to see the final scenes of destruction, make your stage fearless and unshakable like that of Mahavir. Stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance in an incognito way. Point number 2. In order to become an angel or resident of the subtle region, sacrifice your every bone in unlimited service like Dadichi Rishi did. Blessings. May you practice solitude and introspection, fill yourself with experience and thereby become a conqueror of Maya. In order to be powerful as well as knowledgeful, that is, an image of experience, be one who stays in solitude and introspection. The reason for fluctuation is a lack of experience. Therefore, do not just be one who understands and explains to others or simply an image of journey, but stay in solitude and experience every point, and you will save from any type of deception, sorrow, or conflict. When you have experienced the first lesson of whose child you are, what your attainments are, you will easily become a conqueror of mind. Slogan: those who remain double light while fulfilling their responsibilities are the jewels who are close to the Father. Those who remain double light while fulfilling their responsibilities are the jewels who are close to the Father. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.